So I've been slacking on the videos lately. I thought I'd show you a great pattern that's been working well for the Dollaghan. So here in the vise is a full of mill competition heavyweight bronze size 8, and the bead is a 3.8 tungsten bead copper, and this is from getslotted.co.uk. This is a slotted bead, so it can move up and down, but what we're going to do is start your thread off, a few turns down, cut off that. If you lift the bead up and come in under it, this will just prop it up and it'll fish like a jig. So just build that up nice and secure, keep them coming underneath it to prop it up, and that'll fish the fly upside down, so the hook point will be in the air and hopefully a lot less snags and stuff. At this point, come on down in line with a barb or thereabouts. So there, I'm going to stop there, just shy of the barb. Now cut off, get yourself some nice long pheasant tail, cut off about, I don't know, 8 to 10 fibres. Try and keep these lined up, and I'll take it roughly length of the hook back to the bend, catch that in. Now this part will speed up the process. 2 turns here, just leave that there, and I should have had some wire out for this, but I don't, so we'll get some wire. Again, copper or gold wire, you can make up variants of these, not really matter too much. So again, you want 1 turn here, keep your copper wire up behind the bead, 1 turn, lift up your pheasant tail and catch this in here. If you tie these this way, you'll fill your box in no time. So at this point, if you want to put a taper into it, now's the time to do it. I'm not that fussy with putting tapers into them. Honestly, don't think it makes much difference, but for the sake of it, we'll just put one in. So at this point, come back to roughly where you're going to stop for your thorax. I like roughly about halfway, and take your pheasant tail or the fibres that's left and come towards yourself, so anti-clockwise. This saves you having to tie in a tail and then a body. If you do it this way, you'll get the both, and it's a lot quicker when tying the flies. Now you can keep that in and use that for a thorax cover, but I don't like the way it sits, so I always cut this off and I'll re-tie in some new ones. At this point, ribbit. 3 to 4 ribs is more than enough. Again, I honestly don't think the fish are counting the ribs. We'll get this point, take the wire up, bring it back, stop at your thorax and bend the wire off. Now we're going to put in the thorax. You can do these 2 ways. You can put in a thorax cover, or you can put in a bit of CDC. I'm sure you all know how to do the thorax cover, but CDC is good as well. So take a CDC, nice long fibres, hold it facing yourself and rip off the top or the left hand side fibres. So use your seeing the back of the feather, just like that. Take your scissors, cut off a wee triangle like so. Now catch that in. Make sure this is secure. So once it's secure, you can take your hackle pliers, give this a wind. At this point, you don't want to be winding too much. You'll kind of get to know what you want to see on it. You don't want the whole fly encased in CDC. Just a few strands, maybe 12 or so going around the whole fly. Cut this off. You don't want them any longer than the tail, so just whatever that brings to there. Just for the sake of this video, I'll actually show you how to tie it in as case, thorax case as well. So take about another 8 to 10 fibers, and snip off the ends level. Generally I wouldn't put both of these on the fly case and the CDC. I would have one or the other. So at this point we've cut it in at the top like so. We're going to take some dubbing. I love this ice dub stuff, the brown olive. This is a bag I've had for a while, and of course my phone's ringing. We'll call him back in 2 minutes. So take your ice dub, olive brown. We're going to dub this on relatively tight. Nearly got that word out. You don't want pushing out everywhere. So dub it up, dub it back down. I'll take another wee pinch here. Dub this again. Just there behind the bead. Now take the pheasant, get it nice and flat. This will give it a nicer thorax cover. Hold it out nice and flat and come over, catch that in. So 3 or 4 nice tight turns. Now you see this is cocked up. This is where I'll take the length for the legs. Roughly I'll bring it in line with the back of the body. Cut that there. And now you see it's spiking up every shape. So at this point, if you use your thumb, flatten it out. You want to try and get roughly half and half of the legs there. So you get that, push the legs down each side, come in with your thread, build a wee collar, and that'll splay out the legs. Now you can put another bit of dubbing on if you were liking, but generally I don't. I would use orange thread maybe for an orange collar. At this point we're nearly done. Wee bit of super glue, about 1 centimetre. Hold everything back, just come in there, a couple of turns, and then a 4 to 5 whip finish, and we're done. All that's left to do is trim off the thread. A wee plug here as well for Paul from PG Quality Flies. His new scissors, £13 I think they were, and a couple of pound postage. Absolutely brilliant scissors. So there we go, we're done. Nice wee pheasant tail nymph, and this will catch a fish all day long. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave some comments if there's any other flies you would like to see, dry flies or whatever. Leave us a wee comment. I'll try and get back on top of making videos. So there we go, give them a go. Once you get on the way of them, you can fill your box in no time. Tight lines.